Welcome to the most important meal of the day. I'm Eric L. Dunavant, and this is Blockchain for Breakfast. Harrison, thank you so much for being with me today. Let's talk about blockchain.
Yeah, let's do it. So,
hey, so this is my question as we kind of get into, this whole blockchain for breakfast idea. What is blockchain?
Well, that's a long answer, but let's keep this video short, right? So blockchain is a revolution in tamper-proof, fraud-proof systems. That sounds complicated, but the way I kind of put it in a box is I say blockchain is comprised of 5 core elements, right? So you have decentralization, cryptography, immutability, tokenization, programmability, right? So let's quickly break those down and then combine it all at the end. Decentralization is like the proverbial eggs in one basket, right? So blockchain networks work where you have all the eggs in a bunch of different baskets globally, and power can go out here, internet can go out there, some disruption can happen somewhere, but the system still operates because it's a cohesive web, like the internet, of all of these nodes and computers talking to each other. So that's the first one. The second one, cryptography. Well, think about it like instead of everyone hearing everyone else's phone conversations, it's like being able to listen live. Everyone talks in a secret code that can only be encoded and decoded by the people that are supposed to encode and decode. We use cryptography every day and we don't even know it. When you log onto your online banking, right, and you put in your username and password, the communication between you and your bank is encrypted using cryptography, so that only you and your bank know what's going on. Blockchain systems also use this to where, okay, only the right people at the right times can really see the data behind the curtain, right? And so that protects users to make sure no one's snooping too much on what's going on. So that's the second. Third one, immutability. What that just means is, hey, it's all set in stone. So this is when something gets onto the blockchain, it can only be changed or altered or added or deleted when the certain rules of the road are met. And you can always look back in history and say, okay, this is what it was. We have an immutable, unable to be altered history of the past, which is very powerful for trusting what's going on. It's like, hey, this looks strange because I know for a fact this is what it used to look like and this doesn't add up. And so that kind of check and balance is very powerful for this sort of system. The fourth piece here is tokenization, which just means, okay, we've built this cool network that's distributed, that uses cryptography, that has a history that's set in stone. What do I do with it? Well, okay, maybe some of the things we do with it is that we can transfer value indicated by tokens, right, between one person and another, and all of a sudden we have a very powerful ledger system, right? Where, and it could be currencies, it could be things of value, or it could just be, inventories of companies, or it could be medical records, or it could be so many other things. But being able to say, okay, I'm going to put this data into a box and move it around or do things to it is powerful. It gives the system life. And I've kind of hinted at the last one of the core elements here, which is programmability. The idea that we can take everything we've discussed before, we can take these tokens that we've created that can represent just about anything and manipulate them using programmability. Right? So it's not just isolated data that goes from between me and you, Eric, or to whoever. We can do anything that you can imagine a computer doing. So it's software agnostic. We can get together and make some cool programs, and the possibilities are endless. So when you have those 5 things together in a box, in my mind, that's blockchain.
I mean, this sounds pretty revolutionary. This is kind of the next wave of technology change. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I think I've told you this metaphor in our conversations in the past, but what I tell someone who's just getting into this is, in my opinion, here's the easiest way to understand it. Blockchain does for value what the internet did for information, right? And so the internet just unlocked Pandora's box on information and how us today in the digital world communicate with each other at any point. Well, think about blockchain as doing all of that, but instead of for data, it's for value. And I think the possibilities are just as endless.
Wow. Well, we've reached the end of this conversation. Thank you so much, Harrison, but let's continue the dialogue.
Absolutely. Good to talk to you, Eric.
Yeah, you too. And this is why your mother said that breakfast was the most important meal
Hey,
of the day.
cheers.